Hi, this is Alan with 4A'S Racing Loft. I have a bird coming back in from 200 miles. Come on, come on. Right on the landing board and straight in. That's how you like to see it. That's a good return. You like when they come in, hit the landing board and go straight in. It was high. I couldn't tell you if it came in off the race course or not, but it was fairly high up in the air. There's another one right over my head. Come on. Come on. Come on. That came out of the west. Come on. Not the west. The south. Come on. Looking like something else is around. Come on, let's go. Come on. 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 It's almost acting like it's not mine, no? There we go. Come on. Come on. There's another one. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. That one actually appeared that it also came out of the south. So it's a good chance that they overshot. So look, the birds are coming well. I haven't really looked to see if anyone clocked yet. I believe Osmani with the Austin group clocked at 14 after. So a lot faster than me. He is the closest loft, even though he is in the Austin club. Hold on, Gene just text. Gene clocked birds at 12:16. David at 12:24. Mama Say Me was at 12:30. So this is going to be a total different race this week than the last couple. I tried to record last week. Unfortunately, the video froze. I have no idea why. I do have another camera that came in. Not trying that. I'm still using the GoPro, so I hope that this works well. The last two races I have not provided an update on, so let me go to the race results while we're waiting to see if any other birds come. Henderson. So let's see if we go back. If we go back and look at the last two races, Palestine, which is 151 miles for me. The birds went up at 7:30 a.m. It was clear northeast winds at 4. At arrival, it was clear east northeast winds at 9. I was fortunate enough to clock the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 9th, 12th, 13th, 20th, 21st, 22nd in the club out of the 23, which is 23 birds in the top 20%. So I had 11 birds in the top 20. Speeds were 1,613 yards per minute. And then for me it was 1586, 1527, 1526, 1526. David was the second loft to clock. So I clocked at 10:15. He clocked at 10:26. at 1,515 yards per minute. So he was 10 minutes behind me for my first birds, and that was at 150 miles. 151 for me, 152 for him. And then last week was Henderson. I hear birds, but I think that's from inside the loft. You know what, let's see if I have I'm looking at Georgetown results, which was Eddie down in Cedar Creek clocked first at 16:47. So if we combine the clubs, he would have had the first bird and I would have had the second. So in my club, I had the first 5 or 6. If you combine Austin with Georgetown, I would have had the second bird. Not sure about the other placements, but I would say I'm still competing well. And then let's look at the next result, which would have been Henderson from last week, 200 miles. There was summer lofts, 122 birds. Birds went up at 7:30 a.m. It was southeast at 1. At arrival, it was northeast at 10. I was fortunate enough to clock the first bird. For 209 miles, it was 1,500 yards per minute. And then Eric clocked second at 198 miles at 14:64. And then Gene was third at 195 miles at 1,427. And then David was fourth at 210 miles at 1,390. Then Gene had fifth, sixth, David had seventh. I had eighth, ninth, 10th, Gene 11th, David 12th, Gene 13th, David 14th, 15th, Virgil 16th. Virgil was 192 miles, 1,300 yards per minute. Gene had 17th, I had 18th, Gene 19th. Eric had 20th, Ray had 21st, at 198 miles, 1,276 yards per minute. Then Gene at 22nd, Virgil at 23rd, and me at 24th. So that week I had 6 birds in the top 20%. Let's see. Eric, so I went 209 miles. Eric was 198 miles. He was 5 minutes and 48 seconds behind me to win. So I'm gonna say this week is definitely going to be a little different. If we look at Austin's club, I believe Tony smoked it. Tony's first bird was at 1,671 yards per minute. He clocked at 11:05, so he did tremendous. I clocked at 11:35, and then the next one was at 1,484 yards. That was the Medinas. So in the 200-mile race, I would have took second if you would have combined both clubs again. So at the 150 and the 200. Today is a lot warmer. The weather, the last 2 races have been very bad. Rain, the birds came through the rain last week. And today is sunny and the slight breezes. I believe they're probably west-northwest compared to what they have been. Birds are doing well. I wish they were a lot better. If we look at this results, I think Gene's going to take it. To be truthful, let's look at it. Gene clocked at 12:16, David at 12:24, and I was at 12:30. So I'm gonna fall down a little bit on the race sheet, which I'm okay with. For taking off 7 years and being back and being able to compete at that level and winning races and in the club, and them being, when you combine Austin and Georgetown together, to be second overall is not a bad thing on 2 races. So if that's right, I believe I won 3 races so far in the club. I'm gonna take a look at the clock. So give me 1 sec. So we have, hopefully you can see it. First bird was 2261. That's a bird that Ray gave me. Second bird was 7209. It's a bird that Osmani gave me. Third bird was 2381. Fourth bird was 7233. Fifth bird was 25055. That's a Frank bird. And 2302. It's one of those Sions, and 2504, so y'all can actually see the different times that the birds clocked. So anything that has 2380 was hatched here. The third bird, 2381, was hatched here. That's off of Frank McLaughlin. And the other 2 were gifts. So, not bad results. It's still fairly early. Hopefully the birds will still keep coming in.